Welcome to Golden Gate University. I'm Barbara Carlin. I'm the Vice President for Academic Affairs here, which means I'm help be responsible for all of the schools and the student services. And I just want to take a couple minutes to explain to you why we think Golden Gate University should be your choice and why we're so happy to be employed here. We are an institution that has been around for a super long time, 115 years. We're a not-for-profit institution whose mission its entire life has been to serve adults through practical, really, you go to your job the next day and you can apply the stuff that you just learned in class. So what makes us different from all of our competitors? That we've got such a long history of mission that's just about adult education that's really applied and oriented around business. And also because we are really connected to our business community. We're smack dab in the middle of what's happening in San Francisco. It didn't always used to be that way, but it is now. One little tidbit that might be of interest to you. How many of you think that we're named after the bridge? Even employees here think that. Well, not to be. We actually preceded the Golden Gate Bridge. We started our college. It was Golden Gate College. And we started on Golden Gate Avenue, which is in the Tenderloin, at the YMCA. And then we morphed into Golden Gate University. And then the bridge was built. So we actually started the name. So we're really connected to the business community. We have folks from the community coming here frequently for their own business meetings, as well as providing panels and discussions for our students and our staff and our faculty. So that's one distinguishing factor, is that we're very connected to the business community. And the other one is that we really love our students. We are very service-oriented. And the people who are in the room who you're going to be talking to, we've been here a long time. A lot of us have been here a super long time. And some people are new to the place in terms of working with the students. But once we come here, we tend to stay here because we really love you guys. You're just a special audience for us. And so whether we're faculty members or staff members, we really consider ourselves partners with you. And that's very different. You get a very personalized, open door, nice atmosphere here. Let's see, what else did I want to tell you? Oh, yes, we were recently in the news. We're very excited about it. We've usually just ignored rankings because nobody ever looks at adult-oriented educational institutions. But we, surprised to us, received news that we, out of over 500 universities, that an organization called Washington Monthly looked at who compete with U.S. News and World Report for rankings. They decided to, for the first time, rank adult-oriented institutions, and we were number one. So that was really exciting. It's for four-year colleges, so that's primarily the undergraduate programs that earned that award, but it's really an affirmation of our mission and the fact that we're oriented to provide the right services to adult students. So with that, I welcome you. I hope that you decide to enroll here. You've got some great faculty and staff here to talk with, and I'm going to introduce you to somebody who's promised to give you a very short discussion. Our professor, Mary Ann Cook. So Mary Ann Cook, who's in the School of Business.
Thank you, Barbara. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Golden Gate. I hope that you're going to choose to come here and join us to get your degree. We're delighted that you're here tonight. How many of you, this is your first time here to Golden Gate University? A lot of you. Okay, so now you know where we are. And we give good food. We have good food, so I hope you all get something good to eat. I'd like you to look around, and I'd like to ask the faculty and staff, people who work here, to please raise your hands. Everybody who's here, look at all the people. These people are the people you will get to know, not only for your own program, but there are people here tonight who will help you with anything that you need in terms of I have to go back to my country. I'm going to be a little bit late getting back in the next semester. How do I work with that? I want to get an internship after I finish my degree program or toward the end of it. They help you. We have a wonderful career services program. We have one of the most beautiful libraries, which you may have noticed as you were coming into the building on Mission Street. It's all glassed in. It's a beautiful place where you can sit and chill. You can take a power nap if you need to anytime, but you can also work with your friends there. The whole first floor, you can come in and eat and work together. And the staff that's in the library are excellent sources of anything to help you do any of the projects that you need to do for school, to help you learn new skills, to help you get started on brand new careers and ideas. And that's what we're all about here, is helping you to get to the next place you need to go and want to go in your life. I know that a lot of you are here to get a degree because you need a degree to get to the place where you want to go, right? So because sometimes going back to school wouldn't always be our first choice, like we'd rather go, hiking or walk on the beach or something like that, we work on, our approach to education is, like Barbara Carlin said, a very practical. We want you to be able to be using what you're learning the next day at work, or the next day in the library when you're working on projects. And so we want it to be both fun as well as educational. So it's going to be a little bit different from maybe your past experience in the classroom. So talk to students who are here, talk to the faculty. I will highly recommend that you stay in close touch with your faculty. Not only do we hear about opportunities for employment and internships and ideas about cool people that you should know, but also we want to help you get the best and work in the most efficient way for you to be able to get through your degree program, recognizing that you have very packed lives, that you're very busy working. Some of you have families. There was a beautiful little baby here a minute ago. And that your professors understand, if you have a big project coming up, you have travel for work, talk to us. We are very human, and we very much want you to be successful. Your success is our success. So that's what we're interested in doing. So don't be afraid to ask. I'm a director of the Human Resource Management Program. We offer a master's degree for people who want to become professional human resource managers, people a lot of times who are already working in the field of human resource management, and they want to get the credential, like all of you, to advance their careers. I'm very interested in fact, I spent this morning at a professional conference where there were 8 different HR directors from around San Francisco companies talking about the importance of being able to have authentic relationships at work, how important it is to be able to communicate at work and to be able to work in ways that are both polite but challenging, so that you can push people to think in new ways and to be able to take on new ideas. And I think that's one of the things that you'll find in classes here. We like our students to be pushed. We force you to work together. So while you're going to be sometimes saying, I just need to have time to work alone to get this done, you're developing skills actually when you learn how to work with other people while you're here in school. And we hope to give you, I hope to give you in the classes that I teach, a toolkit to take with you that helps you know how to manage both yourself and your interactions with other people who are either on your team or clients that you have or partners or vendors that you have to work with. How do you persuade them to see the world in your way or to get something done together for your mutual benefit? So for instance, there's a class that I've taught for years here on teamwork. Some of the people in this room have taken it. And it's a class where we teach you things like, what are the conditions you need in order to have your team work together effectively? Think about teams you've worked on. Think about ones that have gone particularly well, and think about ones that have gone particularly bad. Usually the teams that don't work very well are teams where there's not very much trust. Trust is the foundation in good teamwork. Another thing that's really important in teams is the ability to communicate. That means not only to say, I know this and I need to convey it to you, but it's also, I want to give you some feedback on how you're doing. I need to be able to talk to you about how you performed on that last project, or something that I need you to step up your game on in order to get better results next time. We practice, and I'm looking at some of the faces in here who have gone through this with us, giving and receiving feedback from one another. And it can be very painful when you first start doing it, and scary. But what we want to do is have you become comfortable with your ability to have authentic conversations, sharing of feedback and ideas in your workplace, and also to be able to feel so comfortable with these skills that you can teach them to other people where you work. And when you work on teams, you can say, first thing we have to do is develop a charter. We have to decide what our values are, how we want to work, and let's sit down and put down our rules of engagement. And we're going to abide by those, and we're going to hold one another to those. And then we're going to have constructive feedback back and forth, and we're going to make this be a growing experience for us. That's just a little very short snippet of one of the classes that I have taught. We developed the class. I worked with several of my colleagues here to put the class together, and we bring in practices that people from companies all around the area have brought and developed in their own workplace, and we try them on for size. And it's been a delightful way to continue to upgrade the education. And I think that's one of the things you'll find here. The courses change constantly because the people who are teaching them are practicing what they do, and so they bring new information to the classes. And you also benefit from the fact that you're in a classroom with other people who do work too, and they bring all of their experience to the classroom too. So you have a whole set of teachers, not only the professor who's standing up in front with the mic and needs to hand it on now. So I welcome all of you. I hope you'll come and join us for your degrees here. We would love to have you. We're a great place to go to school. And I wish all of you success in your academic endeavors, and hope to see you around in Golden Gate University. Thank you very much. And now I would like to introduce you to the Dean of Students, Ms. Kayla Krupnik-Walsh, who's going to talk to you a little bit about being a student here. Thanks, Kayla.
Hi, I'm Kayla. First, I'm going to apologize because I have a little cold, so if I start coughing, I'm sorry. Welcome. We're so happy to have you here. So in my role as dean, one of my main functions is to oversee the Office of Student Affairs. And this comprises some services and resources that students don't always know that they need or want, but you do. You need them and you want them. And so the first one that most students know or want is our Career Services Office, and which is a free service to you while you're a student and once you become an alumni. And one of the wonderful things that you get from this is a career consultant who will sit with you one-on-one as many times as you like for an hour to talk with you about your career, right? What is it that you want? Now, maybe you know exactly what you want. So they might have the conversation with you is, how do you ask your boss for a promotion? What's the best way to do that, right? Or maybe you don't know what you want, so they'll have that conversation. Or you know what you want and you don't know how to get it. So they'll have that conversation, right? Here's the best way for you to network, what works best for you. They also, our Career Services Office will bring employers onto campus for resume critiques or for recruiting sessions. Or if you're pretty clear on what you want, you know how to get it, and you just want someone to take a look at your resume, you can shoot them an email. They'll review your resume, your cover letter, your LinkedIn profile, all of that. So that's a resource that a lot of students would like and that is available. Some of the resources that we offer that you might not immediately think of, we have a student life office and veteran services. Now, the Student Life Office runs the student clubs, which are almost all program-based, and I would really encourage you to become a part of those. So there's an accounting club, a marketing club, a technology club, an investment club, and those are opportunities for you to not only network with other students, but many of those clubs also bring employers to campus for panel events or just for conversations and lectures. So I'd encourage you to get involved there. And as you see sitting here, you'll notice that many of your fellow students are professionals, and so it's a great opportunity for you to get to know your fellow students. We also offer programs, and I brought some flyers, and you're all welcome to join if you want. This one is called What Great Parents Do. We know that you're working adults. If you have children, we bring a psychologist who's going to be speaking online, so any of you are welcome to join, talking about tips, techniques, how to handle kind of the everyday stresses of being a parent and managing school and work and life. So that's a resource that we offer because we're here for working adults. We also have a wellness resources office, which along with one-on-one individual counseling sessions, we're offering anxiety labs. If you have anxiety or stress around presentations, around stress, or around tests, you can come find some anxiety reduction techniques for that. And then we also have a disability resources office. So if you struggle with a learning disability, you can have an academic accommodation that might help you go through your program with a little bit more ease. So those are just some of the resources and services that we offer to support you. And I'll be here for a little bit after the presentation if you have any questions or comments or want to find out other resources that we offer. So welcome, we're so pleased to have you. And now is the time when you can begin again to talk to your program chairs more about the program that you're here for. So thanks.